We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Okay, break. 50 seconds of mic. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. You go tight. 80 weapon. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill. Watch twist. Look. Squeeze. Let go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, it's Terry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence.
What up, bro? Shit. Man, I'm this man game. Literally just started this shit. I said, shit, I'm in this man game. I literally just started this shit. Yeah, nigga done added me on the page. So like, when you ready? Gotta beat the Falcons' ass, you know? For real. Gotta get my little butt ass, you know, so I ain't wanna do it a legit but, you know, just talking that shit. Just talking that grown shit like he out here, so, you know, I gotta show him what's up. Nah, this, nigga on the opposite team from me. I ain't even finna play with shit. Yeah, play that position. Get your ass blocked. Oh, Juki, come on, stop playing with me. Yeah. Murky.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass hands of Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting
Yeah.
inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on third
For real.
down.
I know we learn our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what I can't
Gone.
miss was the fist bumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game.
That boy.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Gonna throw deep
For real.
for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Nice play there to force incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely
Damn. I'm dead.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Gonna be key. They didn't give
That boy rage quitting.
They keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
For real. I don't even blame you, bro.
On play action, Garoppolo. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. First catch
I don't even blame you, bro. That's just that crazy though.
He's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver.
That nigga quit because he couldn't stop it no more. He's fuck this shit.
Competitors run around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers.
Yeah.
And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm dead. My dog straight rage quit it.
And he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Play number 7 now.
Oh, what are you talking about?
3rd and 5. From the gun again,
Yeah.
Mixon.
Yes. Yeah, that's Sammy Watkins.
Success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, that's
You need to get Khalil Mack on that wave, boy. Khalil Mack from down that way too. If you get him on that wave too, shit, grab his ass up.
does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown.
That nigga straight from Fort Pierce.
But for the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. He said, I might gotta be in that nigga deal. You. Screwed up. My dog said, yeah.
Get a little momentum. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously,
And then my DB's locking shit up out here, man. Let's go, though. Stop playing with her. Stop playing with us like we ain't been out here before.
decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And an alley to run.
And to get in there.
14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised they were able to run it on 2nd and long, but
Walk your ass.
Did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next day.
11.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
I'm dead.
He's picked off just shy of midfield. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage as a rookie QB. What lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react.
Oh, for real, he was getting mad.
You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And a big
Yeah.
there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got that.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense, but the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? They responded to the challenge.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Yeah, for real.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Mike, check 33.
Get it. They'll look to throw here. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
8-3. 5.
They'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 31.
Protein spill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Check. Go. Check hot route. Hot.
Bravo.
Mike, check 33. I don't think you got it, son. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Touchdown.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Take four, take four.
So Mike's number one, Mike's number one.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Showing it, showing it. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, gun.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. It's caught. Cooper. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
23 yards, the final tally. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's Terry. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Switch, switch, switch.
Check 13. Check 13.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones not having balls go through goalposts.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
12, fellas, here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And got his man complete. A big pickup of 38. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll set up a throw. Open man here is Foster. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Here's a second and 7. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally. I would say
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Here we go.
Brings up third and
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go,
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Tech McKinley in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
So Mike's number 1.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Mike one.
Garoppolo on first down. Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
To throw once more on second and 10. Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Let's get off the field.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
We got 4. Back.
11.
Kill.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill. Turn up.
Set hot.
On second and 9, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Cooper was the target there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Terry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
21.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch one.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Don't throw this way.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
21.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Finish strong. Yeah, let's go.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Double tight. Even.
Hey, come on.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo letting one fly deep. And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the number 1 spot.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he's got room. Touchdown, Falcons. Robert Foster, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Terry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Come on here, come get some. Here,
And an alley to run. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Atlanta, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.